published 1730 Est, the 15th of November 2017. Updated 1730 Est, the 15th of November 2017. BBC football presenter Gary Lineker has been a ferocious critic of FIFA, but he is still set to play a role in the World Cup draw in Moscow. Lineker has frequently castigated football's global ruling body in interviews and on social media, before and since the downfall of Sepp Blatter's corrupt regime in 2015, making him the least likely former international star to be involved in the showcase ceremony at the State Kremlin Palace on December 1. But Lineker, who was the tournament's top scorer with 6 goals at Mexico 86, is expected to be confirmed shortly in an important role. BBC football presenter Gary Lineker is set to play a role in the World Cup draw in Moscow. The Match of the Day presenter has been a ferocious critic of football's global ruling body. Match of the Day anchorman Lineker would normally have hosted the BBC's coverage of the event, but Mark Chapman has been chosen to deputise, with Lineker unavailable. German Miroslav Klose, the leading scorer in World Cup finals history, will carry the trophy into the draw, with other guests to be announced after the last qualifier has been played. In 2014, Lineker called it ludicrous that Qatar would stage the 2022 World Cup, adding, "It makes you feel sick actually, the whole FIFA thing. The corruption at the top level is nauseous." The next year he said of FIFA, "The only way this revolting organization will change is if the major football federations walk out." And in 2016, after FIFA had fined the home nations for displaying remembrance poppies, he said, "Football is dying with these clowns having governance. FIFA are a disgrace." Miroslav Klose, leading scorer in World Cup finals history, will carry the trophy into the draw. Leading golf agent Chubby Chandler has settled his legal dispute with former friend and client Lee Westwood, leaving both sides clear to go their separate ways. Lawyers have issued statements drawing a line under the sad conflict that saw Westwood leave Chandler's ISM for IMG. Westwood's pal and ISM stablemate Danny Willett has also quit the sports management agency in the fallout. A permanent England captain will finally be named by Gareth Southgate before the World Cup, and Tottenham's Eric Dier made a very strong case for the role over the international week. He is considered tactically astute by Southgate and was conspicuously telling teammates where to pass the ball in the Germany and Brazil friendlies. Off the field, Dier's fluent Portuguese impressed the Brazilian media. Gareth Southgate will soon name his permanent England captain, and Eric Dier staked his claim. The cancellation of next month's Soccer X conference in Doha is a sign that the blockade against Qatar by Gulf states over the country's alleged funding of terrorism is impacting on football. The event was aimed at the Asian market, and difficulties travelling to Qatar were insurmountable. Gareth Southgate will not risk a fallout with clubs by arranging an England squad get-together over the winter, as predecessor Roy Hodgson did. The clubs blocked Hodgson's move on the first occasion, and the next year, FA Chief Executive Martin Glenn had to plead his case at a place summit. Southgate said he was not sure about the value of one meeting, saying he preferred to visit players at their clubs. England are not in action again until late March. Southgate won't risk a fallout with clubs by arranging a squad get-together over the winter. The Brazilian Football Federation, who aggressively commercialized the friendly matches, went to the extent of bringing the sponsor's backdrop into the manager's press conference after the England game. The team operative who set it up then spent so long interpreting Brazil coach Tite's comments that he ensured the TV cameras lingered on the team's roster of sponsors for the maximum time. The FA invited media representatives from all 20 Premier League clubs to the Brazil game. Pity that none of them stayed to how the FA organise post-match player interviews far more successfully than the clubs do, with Arsenal the worst offenders.